Hi, it's John here from Speedy Brick, and I'm really loving building the Speed Champions Formula One cars. I've got 7 of them built back there, and today it is Red Bull or RB or Visa, Cash App, RB, God knows what they're called, or VCARB, no idea. But anyway, it's their turn. It is set 77246. It's an 18 plus set again. So somebody wisely pointed out to me that it is most likely a rating because it's got Red Bull on the car. And because of the advertising of Red Bull, it's an 18 plus set rather than a 10 plus set. Okay, probably makes sense. We've got 248 pieces. And I did have a quick look at the size comparison. And so like the Alpine, it's a little bit too tall. So it's about probably one plate too tall. And that impacts the whole back of the car. And also it slopes off too steeply. It's impacting the shape. So I think the shape should be with a different part. But we'll come back to that. The end of the halo is too far forward, or the start of the halo is too far forward. So in this case, the airbox is probably half a plate too far forward on the Lego model. But if we look at the other dimensions, and what I've done here is I've lined up the wheels so that we get kind of the same scale based on the wheelbase length. And there you can see that the rear wing is slightly too long, front wing's okay, but the body is way too wide. And it's probably at least 2 plates too wide, or at least one plate plus a tile too wide. And I'm not sure whether that's because the car is longer or should be longer, and therefore if we had bigger wheels and a longer car, we could accommodate the same scaling or shaping. But you can see here with the width of the real car, it's sitting a lot farther in from its wheels, and here the body is basically the same width as the wheels. So that's wrong. So we're going to have to fix that at some point and work out how we can improve the shaping of those things, bring the external parts of the body more tightly in. So that's something we're going to have to work on. But let's open up the box, see if there's anything special inside, have a look at the printed pieces, and see if there's any other new parts in this set. So that's the front of the box. We've got this nice side image on the back, on the top, and on the back we've got also some good images. I quite like the shaping of this, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that is going to work. But let's have a look and see what's in the box. A lot more colourful build, it looks like. The instructions are hiding in there somewhere. Okay, so we've got quite a different look for both the Red Bull and the RB, and I really got to say, I like this front cover. Don't forget to scan your QR code to get your points, and let's see what image we get inside here. So we've got 250 grams, which is weight. Clutch power. Okay, that's the connection power between, how much force you need to have to pull the pieces apart. And we've got 900 plus horsepower. So that's pretty cool. But you can see here how big these wheels are by comparison to the model. And obviously the person sitting in here is much smaller than the person sitting in there, which is interesting. But anyway, how many stickers have we got? Looks like we've got 34 stickers, and there might be some double ups there, so I'll do a full count. But lots of stickers, and I will have a look and see if there's any special parts here and what printed parts there are. So let's have a look at the new pieces and the printed pieces. I had a count of the stickers. There's actually 36 stickers, and there is 21 printed pieces, excluding the double ups. So we've got the tyres and the hubs, and we've got this piece, which is two of those, which is printed. So it's a 1x4 with a print. This really nice print, very similar to the Red Bull, but we've got this on this silver print on this blue piece and on two planes, which is really nice. Simple print there on those. There's two different pieces there. Again, a really nice print on this 1x6. And a very simple minifig. Again, a girl. I'm not sure why, but at least there's only one face on it. But we can put the RB helmet on, and that doesn't look too bad, I guess. But there are some new pieces, or I think they're new. I've never seen this before, so I'm not sure what it's for, but I'm pretty sure this is new. I'm not sure what we can do with it though. But let's see. It's either brand new or it's a new color, but I think that's new. This is new to the Speed Champions lineup for this year, so this is a brand new piece, and this is the first time I've seen it in this color. All the other ones have been black, so this is a brand new piece. I'll put the piece number in there, and I think this is new. It's either new or very recent, so it is kind of two of those slopes connected, so 1x4, so that's quite good. And another one of these pieces, and we had that same piece new on the Red Bull. So this is a new piece for this year. And other than that, of course, we've got the same suspension elements and the rear wing element the same, and we've got the same rear tires. So that's the same for all the sets. So let's use these pieces now and get building. So that's bags 1 and 2 completed, and that's 39 steps. And so far I really quite like this actually. It's quite colourful and bold, and there's great little design elements in here, like this element here which is built upside down, which is really nice. We've got a few stickers applied. I think there's 8 stickers so far. We've got good parts use. We've got these new pieces being used. And we've got some printed elements used as well, on those 3 printed elements used so far. So I'm really enjoying it. So let's get on with bags 3 and 4. We've completed bags 3 and 4, and we've completed the first 68 steps. And I quite like the model. I think it looks pretty good so far. Obviously this bit at the front here is all the same, but the stickers look quite good, and there's quite good signage there. I keep wondering what I'm going to do here to make this kind of more accurate. I mean, this piece down here shouldn't be there, and this piece shouldn't be there. So can we hold it all together without those pieces? I don't know. I'm certainly going to have a look and see how we can modify that later. There's a little bit of variation in these pieces compared to some of the others, and I quite like the whole construction so far. I like this upside down building, and quite like this. I keep wondering if this line through here couldn't have been brick built on this piece, just instead of using a 1x4 brick printed, if we didn't just have 3 1x4 plates and then done a 2 red and a white, wouldn't have that been good enough, sort of thing, to continue that line. I haven't tried it, maybe I will. And this sticker, I've perhaps need to move that sticker back that way a little bit more to join up those lines. And the Honda should be a lot larger. This whole piece should be Honda in there. But yeah, I'm nitpicking a little bit maybe perhaps. But so far I'm really enjoying it. And on to the next steps. That's the build complete. There was 98 steps in total. And there's some things about the set which I really like. This angled side pod here, I really like that. Kind of this brick built side pod, I really like that. And with the fact that we've got airflow through there, that's nice. We've got a little bit of variation here in this section and this section. And we've got some really good building steps through here. And this is quite nice. It's a little bit different from some of the others. Even underneath, it's a little bit different with these pieces. And I still don't know what this green thing is for. I don't understand why that's there at all. And maybe someone can enlighten me why that is there. Is it supposed to be like that in the real car or something? Please, let me know in the comments if you know something. I like this being kind of lower, but what I don't like is these two exposed studs, and I think they don't need to be there. That could have easily been done in a different way without having exposed studs there, and the same applies for these exposed studs. We don't need to have those. I also don't like the unfinished nature of this. I think that's kind of very weak. And it's a little bit too high here. So there's some plus and minuses with this set. But what do you guys think? The colouring looks great, and this side of it looks great, but this gap in the middle here looks terrible. So what do you guys think? Let's compare it to some of the others. So let's have a quick look as it compares to the McLaren. Now, as always, this is kind of the thing that lets the McLaren down. I think this piece here lets this VCARB down as well. Quite like this aspect, but this I think is just too wide through here. But it's effectively the same structure as this one. But here we got printing, and here we don't. Here we've got this nice structure. Here we've got this nice structure, but there's a big gap in here. So here we don't have those gaps. So I would put this car above the McLaren. So against the Alpine, with the Alpine, there were some things I quite liked, and there were some things I didn't like. I quite like this variant of the side pod and teeth more than this one, but I like this side pod, this brick build, and I didn't really like this massive gap in here, and I didn't like how rectangular and straight this was. But this is better than this from that aspect. There's less of a gap. You don't see all the way through, although it's not perfect either. But I prefer this over this. The Haas, I quite enjoyed building the Haas, and there's a few things that I thought were quite good with this. We've got, again, a variance here and a bit of a variance here. This is obviously all the same. Here I think we've got a better line, and I think the smoothness of this is better than here, although we've got this fantastic print and we've got this brick built thing. So I'm going to put this above the Haas for now. So next up is the Aston Martin, and there's a lot of similarities between these two sets, even though they're quite different. Here we've got these brick built side pods. Here we've got brick built side pods. We've got airflow underneath the side pods, which is good. We've got basically the same parts, but here we've got these really nice prints. We have a better angle here than here, but here we've got this extra width that we don't have here. I think this looks slightly better than this does. But overall, just between the two, I would put the VCARB ahead of the Aston Martin, but only just. The Mercedes. I still really like the Mercedes, but I think the colour scheme here really pops. But what we've got all of this fantastic printed elements here, and if we take this element away and bring these closer together, I think we're going to solve some of the problems there. But I do like this brick built shape through here, so that gets some extra points. But this lets it down, and that looks really much better than that, although that piece there looks wrong. But I think this back end looks better. So I'm going to put the Mercedes above the VCARB for now. And then against the Ferrari, well, there's a lot going for the Ferrari. And one of the things going for the Ferrari is this lower top end here, and this smooth, and together with It's a combination of a lot of stickers, brick built, printing. This whole thing works really well. And here I think this is a bit too flat, straight. Although we get this nice print job here, but I think this could have been dipping down and going lower. I think that would have been better. This is really nice, but this is more complex and more angles, a bit more going on with the Ferrari. So the Ferrari is certainly above the VCARB. And last but not least is the Red Bull, which is the sister car to the VCARB. I've got to say, I'm still placing the Red Bull at number 1, and effectively the VCARB is at position number 4. This is just so much better design than this one. All these elements in here look better than the kind of this big gap in the square look there. That just looks wrong somehow. But we've got these great prints which certainly help here. But I think this extension here and this is just too flat. And I think this helps elevate the set above some of the others, but this lets it down and this lets it down. So I'm going to put the Red Bull still at number 1 and the VCARB at number 4. So what do you guys think of the VCARB? I actually think it looks awesome from here to here. I think that looks awesome. And this bit really lets it down. And so that's where some work needs to go on. But this bit here, apart from this piece here, which really lets the whole model down, I think we can change that and make a big improvement. But from kind of there to there, the model looks fantastic. That bit there really lets it down. But what do you guys think? Love to hear your comments, and until next time, bye. Please click to subscribe for more videos and watch my build and review videos by clicking here. Thank you.